Hello friends, today we will see Wuthering Heights, a novel by Emily Bronte. Explanation in English language. Emily Bronte was an English novelist and poet. Her great work Wuthering Heights, influenced by Romanticism, Realism, Victorianism and Gothic ideas. Wuthering Heights is the first and only novel by the English author Emily Bronte, initially published in 1847 under her pen name Alice Bell. It concerns two families to the landed gentry living on the West Yorkshire moors, the Earnshaw and the Lintons, and their turbulent relationship with the Earnshaw foster son Heathcliff. The novel was influenced by Romanticism and Gothic fiction. In 1801, Mr. Lockwood, the new tenant at Thrushcross Grange in Yorkshire, pays a visit to his landlord Heathcliff at his remote moorland farmhouse, Wuthering Heights. There he meets a reserved young woman and a caretaker, Joseph, and Hurton, an uneducated young man who speaks like a servant. Everyone is sullen and inhospitable. Snowed in for the night, Lockwood reads the diary of the former inhabitant of his room, Catherine Earnshaw, and has a nightmare in which a ghostly Catherine begs to enter through the window. Awakened by Lockwood's fearful yells, Heathcliff is troubled. Lockwood later returns to Thrushcross Grange in heavy snow, falls ill from the cold and becomes bedridden. While he recovers, Lockwood housekeeper Ellen Nellie Dean tells him a story of the strange family. 3 years earlier, the Earnshaw live at Wuthering Heights with their two children Henley and Catherine, and a servant, Nellie herself, returning from a trip to Liverpool. Earnshaw brings home a young orphan whom he names Heathcliff. Earnshaw treats the boy as his favorite. His own children he neglects. Especially after his wife dies, Henley beats Heathcliff, who gradually becomes close friends with Catherine. Henley departs for university, returning as a new master of Wuthering Heights on the death of his father 3 years later. He and his new wife Frances allows Heathcliff to stay, but only as a servant. Children Edgar Linton and his sister Isabella live nearby at Thrushcross Grange. Heathcliff and Catherine spy on them. When Catherine is attacked by their dog, the Lintons take her in but send Heathcliff home. The Lintons visit and Henley and Edgar make fun of Heathcliff. A fight ensues. Heathcliff is locked in the attic and owes revenge. Frances dies after giving birth to a son Hareton. 2 years later, Catherine becomes engaged to Edgar. She confesses to Nellie that she loves Heathcliff and will try to help him, but feels she cannot marry him because of his low social status. Nellie warns her against the plan. Heathcliff overhears part of the conversation and, misunderstanding Catherine's heart, feels the household. Catherine falls ill, distraught. 3 years after his departure, with Edgar and Catherine having married in the meantime, Heathcliff unexpectedly returns, now a healthy gentleman. He encourages Isabella's infatuation with him as a means of revenge on Catherine. Enraged by Heathcliff's constant presence at Thrushcross Grange, Edgar cuts off contact. Catherine responds by locking herself in her room and refusing food, pregnant with Edgar's child. She never fully recovers. At Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff gambles with Henley, to whom mortgages the property him to pay his debts. Heathcliff elopes with Isabella, but the relationship fails and they soon return. When Heathcliff discovers that Catherine is dying, he visits her in secret. She dies shortly after giving birth to a daughter, Cathy. Heathcliff freaks, calling on her ghost to hunt him for so long as he lives. Isabella flees south, where she gives birth to the Heathcliff's son Linton. Henley dies 6 months later, leaving Heathcliff as a master of Wuthering Heights. 12 years later, after Isabella's death, The still sickly Linton is brought back to live with his uncle Edgar at the Grange, but Heathcliff insists that his son must instead live with him. Cathy and Linton gradually develop a relationship. Heathcliff schemes to ensure that they marry in order to ensure his claim to Thrushcross Grange, and on Edgar's death demands that the couple move with him. He becomes increasingly wild and reveals that no on the night Catherine died, he dug up her grave and ever since has been played with her ghost. When Linton dies, Cathy has no option but to remain at Wuthering Heights. Having reached the present day, Nellie Tales concludes.
Novel to be continued in the next part. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. What is your next preference? Thank you.